Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Double Jackpot. And today I want to go over some sports gambling tips for you, some real sports gambling tips. But first I want to thank a lot of my subscribers. If I'm missing anybody, I'll get you on the next video. Don't worry, there's just so many, and I just want to get these subscribers some acknowledgement and thank them for their support. We got Anthony Monroe, Polly Goatnuts, John Brown, thank you John Brown, Cheetos Baccarat, This Is My Simple Life, Think Technique, Dinah Williams, Mark Picard, Highlight, Foxy Grandpa TV, Jess Southers, thank you Jess, Thomas Rich, you make some great comments and appreciate what you bring to the table. Al 1075, Han Kim, Zane Trotter from Australia. Thank you Zane. Keith Dowling, appreciate it Keith. Drake 4444, Loudon Lifted Chevy, Dan H, and last but not least, Sturt Wild. And appreciate it guys. Guys, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. This guy, Christopher Mitchell, and his sports picks, absolutely the most bizarre, stupidest. I don't care if he wins tonight. So what really worried me tonight is I had the Astros on the run line, -1.5. I think it was -1.5, -130. Doesn't matter. They're up 3-1 in the ninth. I'll probably win it, but it's just scared the daylights out of me knowing that that was Christopher Mitchell's big play today. But here's what I'm going to give you a free tip. If you guys have sports gambling accounts, you know he's talking about playing these parlays. He linked every single team to the Houston Astros tonight, and it wasn't an easy one for the Astros. I'm going to tell you right away, that's what you call a fool. And let me give you the play-by-play of his picks. I like Tampa Bay. I don't know. These two teams are. It's just Christopher, when you give a pick, give it with conviction. Nobody cares that you like the Oakland A's and watched them since you were 5 years old. That means you're a dunce to begin with. Okay. You know, as soon as you go there, you're not taken seriously. Nobody cares who you like as a kid. Nobody cares about a team being 9-0 like the Astros. Maybe you'll learn this lesson. It all matters on who's pitching on this night. How are the last 5 starts of that pitcher? You know, it doesn't matter what the team's really doing. It matters who's pitching on that given night. That's how the line is decided. That's all it has to do. You know, home field advantage in baseball has very little to do with anything. It's who's pitching, the pitching matchups, how many left-handers are in the lineup, hitters, how that pitcher fares against these certain players. You know, way more than you'll ever comprehend because you're a dunce. I mean, an absolute dunce. So if the Astros lose, you lose all simple plays. How do you get those points back? You never handicap a game by gearing us towards a star rating, so you have so many stars on a play, so you know how it's powered. So you have the Astros and the White Sox the same value as the Astros and the A's. You know, it makes no sense. You have no rhyme or reason on how you're going to be profitable. I'm just going to take these seven picks, and you sigh and you guess and you hem-haw around, and your analogies suck, you know. So here's the sports tip for today. Guys, look, when you got teams, I'm going to give you some very, very basic strategy. It's not strategy, it's just what you can use. He simply goes and looks at the standings like a 11-year-old kid. He looks at the standings and he looks at the last 10. Whoopee. You want to look. You want to handicap if you're going to do some. I'm going to be basic for you guys that just want to play games. You don't want to be a professional. Christopher, write this down. Get your little notepad. I'm going to give you some free handicapping advice. Scratch the standings. You know, the Pirates in Arizona and the team that beat your Rays the other night. Anybody in baseball can get beat. You bet on Jake DeGrom twice in a row. Okay? He didn't make. He was injured both outings. He got pulled both outings. I mean, you're a fool. You're a fool. You know, he didn't go past, I think, 2 or 3 innings. Anyways, getting back to the free handicapping. Instead of playing these stupid, god ridiculous parlays and looping him into one team to make him even more stupider, because he is stupid. You know, let me tell you, the reason Christopher can pull off half of his stunts is because his wife's even stupider for tolerating a stupid person. You know, that's what promotes a stupid idiot like Christopher, is because his wife's even stupider. So he links everything in with the Houston Astros. So it's basically saying, I'm going to lose all these plays because I'm going to tie them into one team. Wow. Keep doing that, Christopher. Find out how that goes long term for you. I don't care that you won tonight. That's immaterial. It doesn't matter because you don't have them star rated. You don't have them have any ratings on them, so they have no meaning. You're strictly guessing by your sighing and the way you do your stupid, I guess. Oh, I don't like, it's a California. You know, I like the Dodgers and the Padres. I like the Angels and the Giants. You got a handicapper that's telling you the teams he likes and they're playing each other. You're in a lot of hurt. Okay, so some basic, simple things you can look at if you're just trying to beat Christopher Mitchell and have a better understanding on handicapping games. If you're going to look at something, look at the run differential on the two teams playing each other. I don't care if it's the Reds or the Mets. Who scores the most runs? You know, and then if you got a high-scoring team and you got 2 pitchers that are pitching, say they're in the 4s on the ERA, they're giving up some runs. You know, you look at an over possibility. You look at an over. You know, most pitchers are capable of getting shelled, giving it up. You don't know what's going to happen once middle relief comes in. Their run differentials are they give up a lot of runs. They put up a lot of runs. You look at the run differentials if you're going to just try to make an educated pick instead of saying, who's hot? Devil Rays? Ooh, I like them. Oh, Christopher, do you really think a team's going to roll over or play poorly because Glasnow's on the DL? Seriously? You're a dunce. I mean, God, you're so stupid. You think, you know, if Garrett Cole is out of the game or one of the Astros starting pitchers is out of the game, the hitting gets any weaker? You know? Do you really think the team gets weaker? No, not in baseball. You know, a lot of times these pitchers aren't even missed. I mean, who doesn't miss a Garrett Cole? Bad example, or a Clayton Kershaw, or a Glasnow even. He's an ace. But your point is wrong. These teams just don't say, oh, that's the way you play it in Little League when Billy, your stud player, doesn't show up. Oh, we're going to lose today because Billy's not here. That shows you're a mental midget and you've got a defeatist attitude and you have no business playing any game because you don't have it in you to pick up your game and not worry about who shows up to the park. These players are professionals. They're not some idiot like you sitting in there him-hawing around like a dumbass. You know, it pisses me off because you're out there trying to tout that you're like this handicapper. Okay, so I gave you to look at run differentials, and you don't always have to play these stupid parlays. I would never play these parlays. You know, he took 3 nights off. What did he talk about for the last week? Consistency, consistency, consistency. So that means play 20 and 10, and tonight, I don't know how many parlays he played. I really don't care. He played too many. If you played more than 2, you played too many. Actually, if you played more than 1, you probably played too many. Okay? Try playing the over-unders on some of these games, especially on these teams that have pitchers that have poor ERAs. You know, I'm not going to sit there and micro every single thing I'm telling you, but look at the ERA, the earned run average for the pitchers. Look how they fared their last 3 or 4 starts, at least their last 3 starts. How far did they go? How deep did they go? Did they get run support? How's the team doing doing it on runs? For the last three or the series, the Astros just annihilated the White Sox in their last series. So it's kind of a crazy play because then they go and travel into Baltimore, play a fairly weak Baltimore team, and they didn't hit the ball well tonight. So I mean, you just can't gauge on what's going on playing parlays because anybody can be beaten on any given night. So how do you mitigate your losses or your lay amount? Christopher, you're a damn fool, and I'm going to tell you, if you're going to play a red hot team, a team that can put up some runs like the Dodgers, the Astros, the A's, like tonight, they're A's, played on the run line. They were going to come back and smack the Rangers probably tonight. Play it on the run line. Don't lay the huge lay number just to win. You can even lay on 2.5 runs. I never really do the 2.5, but I always lay 1.5 runs minus the 130. And I'm going to tell you, I laid the Astros minus 1.5, and I don't even know. Maybe I lost it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Don't know if Baltimore came and picked up a backdoor cover on the game. Like I said, I left the game when the Astros were 3-1 in the 8th, so I don't know the outcome of it. Totally, nothing would shock me in baseball. Having said that, you have two things. You can look at over-unders. I would much rather play over-unders on runs than parlays. Okay, that's number one. But I would love, and I do play the run line when you got a huge favorite. Okay? I don't play these sucker, basic, beginner, money line parlays. We don't know who we're taking tonight, so let's just take all the favorites. Let's take the favorites, Christopher. Not your cheap little things you did tonight with your underdogs, because they're so close in handicapping. They weren't really underdogs. So you don't know what to do. You're clueless. You're him-hawing around. So, guys, I highly encourage you, when there's a huge favorite, say it's like anything over minus 160, minus 170, minus 180, just to win, consider playing the run line, okay? Consider playing the run line. Then you got to win by 2 runs. Can you get screwed? Yes. But I'd much rather lay a little bit less, a lot less, than laying that big number and then possibly losing. So it's basically, ways to lay less and not lose as much. And then you can do the old-fashioned Christopher Mitchell routine and play the money line parlay, because he doesn't have the you-know-whats to just pick a straight-up play. All this stuff. Christopher, it's so easy to do. Show us your history. Show us your history. You're really good at putting the computer on the screen. I wish I knew how to do that. You do that, and you scroll through the history and just show us. Show your channel your win-loss. You can do it in the casino too, I'm sure. I'm sure you can show each day what you made on roulette. Just show it. You get called out and you're just a spineless you-know-what, because, prove what you do by showing us your history. The 3 tips I'm going to wrap up for you guys today is consider over-unders when you got a high-scoring team and you got 2 pitchers that just aren't, they're capable of getting shelled. Okay, look at that as one way of handicapping. Look at what they've done their last 3 outings, the pitchers. It's all about pitching. And then look at laying on the run line. Run lines are way more conducive to not losing as much if you lose than laying. You lay 190, 210 to get back, 100. That means you got to win 2 plays, probably I would say 2 stars. If you're each one's a star, and now you're down 2 units, you got to win 2 units basically. say you laying 120 to win 100, you know, and you lost 170, you got to almost win a unit and a half. Call it 2 units by the time you're done. Call it 2 units. So that's what I'm saying. Consider the run lines. I personally think baseball is tough. I wouldn't recommend you betting on baseball at all. I do it for entertainment purposes only. I happen to be decent at it. I don't lose any money. I don't make a whole lot, you know. So consider, if you're gonna gamble on sports like he's saying, you know, he just woke up and you can see the way he's looking and guessing. Lots of guessing and feel good stuff. So guys, look, I hope these tips help you. I appreciate all my loyal subscribers, and if you're new to my channel, can you please subscribe and leave me your comments? I'll give you some other sports betting tips, but I just want to tell you, when you're looking at a Christopher Mitchell video for sports, he is clueless. I mean, clueless. It's scary. I mean, even some of you guys have left me tons of great information. Thomas, Rich, John Brown, you guys are all over it, you know. There's just so many of you guys that are spot on to what a, you know, wait till he figures out a way to start asking for money. That's going to happen. Just wait on it. You just wait on this. Guys, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll get one up. I'm sure he's going to be bragging about his big win tomorrow. He laid low for 3 days, but you know, when he wins, he's going to be on here hooting and hollering, telling you, thanks the Astros. The Astros did this. The Astros did that. They're so great. He'll probably play him tomorrow, and I don't blame him. Play him tomorrow. Christopher, let's do this. Do the same thing you did today. Take the Astros and play 7, 6, 7, 8 parlays tomorrow, all with the Astros. Okay? Do that. Show us that you have you know what, because you do. You're dumb enough to do it. Link everything with the Astros tomorrow, and let's see how it comes out for you. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.